Okay, fire away.
Overall assessment of today?
About what I thought. We had so many guys out. I think there were 22 guys out with injuries, and we probably held another 7 or 8 throughout the time. So, it was ugly at times, but there was also, I think, had a little fun, and we got better. We see it more as a practice than a true kind of game or scrimmage, but we made some steps this spring. It was fun to watch.
How nice was it to see Scroggins in some live action?
Yeah, and this was really his first, it wasn't live because he was in a red jersey, but it was the first time all spring he had done this because he'd gotten a little bit healthier, and he had thrown some in 7-on-7, but we wanted to throw him in there. He felt good. And after one of his throws, he said, "Coach, I'm still learning," before I had a chance to yell at him. So he'll be okay. He's still, again, this is his first true practice, and limited as it was.
What can you tell us about Austin Hill?
Really, just not in the end of practice, but in practice on Wednesday, he, had a knee injury, and unfortunately, it's an ACL tear, which just makes me sick. But because he was, was such a great player, but he still will be. It wasn't a ACL and MCL and all that. It was just an ACL. But with that said, he'll have surgery as soon as possible. Get going on rehab, and I don't know when his time frame is to return. But he'll be back bigger and stronger. The way the technology is today and all that. But I really felt bad for him. But our guys will bounce back. And I know Austin is a tough, strong guy, and he'll bounce back.
Some missed tackles out there today. How much stock do you take in that with this game being what it is?
Well, a little bit is some guys that are playing really before their time, and we don't do a lot of tackling in spring because here we are worried about injuries, and we get them anyway. But we did okay. I mean, we were a little limited defensively. We only ran two coverages, maybe 2 different fronts. And there's no use to show it right now in this spring game.
It's always about who's next. So in terms of Austin's injury, who needs to be the guys who fill that spot?
Well, it's a fair question, but it's really a host of guys. Certainly the guys that are already here. The Austin Hills and Terrence Millers and Johnny Jackson, those guys can play. But we also have a great group of guys coming in that can play as well at wide receiver. And, our thing is we want to get 8 to 9 guys ready at that position. We didn't have that many last year. Our hope was this year. So, when Austin comes back, he'll add that to the mix. He was okay today. I thought BJ was pretty sharp. I think I've seen him make a lot of strides this spring, getting more confident, having great eye discipline, making the right decisions. There were a couple throws that he'd like to have back, but he's had a pretty solid spring.
You have a better feeling about the group of linebackers than you had 2 months ago?
Somewhat. Again, I think we got to have some competition in the fall with some guys coming in. But if our guys are healthy, we'll have, and that's the thing, we've got to get more guys ready to play, and we got to have more competition in every position. I know we're going to have more defensively than we had a year ago. Now, will that take us to another level defensively? It has to, and we hope it does.
You get good word about Terrence Miller's?
Yeah, Terrence has been cleared. Yeah, and that was anticipated, so he's good to go with his senior year.
Do you like him as a big slot?
Yeah, all over. Terrence is such a smart guy. He'll play outside, he'll play inside, he'll play tight end, and I think he's excited about it because it puts him in different positions on the field.
How soon would Anu show up and start working out?
About half of the freshmen we think will be here in the first term of summer school for both terms, and then the other half will be here in the second session. But we, as coaches, we can't do anything with them, but they'll just be working out. And I think the upperclassmen will probably take them out and throw a little bit with them as well.
JaVale Allen banged up a little bit? Or
JaVale had some migraines, and he was wanting to go, but the trainers, for precautionary reasons, held him out. And so, but he was anxious to go, and it would have been nice to see him. But he's gotten better this spring.
In past spring practices, wherever you've been, have you learned less this spring because of the injuries, or do you feel like you've learned about what you would like to?
Yeah, I think this was not I didn't learn as much this spring as we wanted because we had so many guys out, and we wanted to have this. We could have had some guys that maybe could have got through spring and then had surgery, but I wanted to get them all healthy by their summer workout time in June. And so that set some of the guys back. But if they do their job this summer on their own, and they work extremely hard in August, which they will do, then they can catch up for this lost time.